What's going on, Paisanos? V here. Come on, you guys. Well, on a marketwatch today. You know, YouTube evidently has analytics, and every now and then I have to ponder to my analytics. First of all, 13 to 17, good. The YouTube community, and as time goes on, this will just go up age brackets because the community gets older. And I wish Konami looked at this because this is actually really, really impressive. Because the majority of the people that play this game have gotten older throughout the years. Who the fuck female watches my channel? 0.1%? Guys, this bitch is about. Alright, let's talk about the 25th anniversary 10 Dueling Heroes Mega Pack. God, Konami just loves going in on their names. They're like, something about like products. They're like, hey, listen, I know it's like we can say 25th anniversary 10s and be done. Let's add extra shit for no reason. Like, no one's sitting there going, I don't want to buy this shit. Wait a minute, what? Dueling Heroes, you said? There's more words? Mega Pack? Anyway, look over it. We have some pre-sale prices. And once again, these are still pre-sale prices. None of these are real yet. The product will be coming out on the 8th, which is about 4 days. Technically, 3 days of filming of this video. And a lot of cheap cards, and this is why I always tell everybody. I mean, a long time ago in this game, you used to be able to buy sealed product. In fact, hold on one second. I want to say something real quickly. Stay to the end of the video, and I'm going to do a bit of a video response to another YouTuber called Ruxin about sealed product, because I think he did a great video, but he missed a lot, and I think there's something that it makes sense. It's really confusing, but stay to the end of the video, guys. I'll go over some sealed product and why OTS stores will sell sealed product at a loss, and why it doesn't really matter in the long run. But going back to the market, I just want to say cards like Kashira Friend Year being $13, which is crazy but awesome at the same time. Prismatic Secret Rare higher than the Ultra Rares, but still lower than the Ultra Rares. So, you know, the Megatins is a great way to check the current meta before the ban list comes out. So, you'll have access to these cards, but be careful because with the ban list coming out soon, a lot of these cards, like core-wise, like a Labyrinth gets hit and blown out of existence, there's no reason to go in and buy Lady Labyrinth or Lovely Labyrinth for $7. But the ban, if it comes out, and to be honest with you, if it comes out and doesn't hit any of this shit, it's going to be rising a lot in value. So you really want to like place your bets on what you're buying. And comment down below, from the Megatins, what are you buying? Please, for the love of God and all things holy, do not buy sealed stuff. That is the dumb. Whenever people say, V, I bought 3 cases. Did I do good? No, that's dumb as hell. Go play the lottery for scratch offs if you want to get value. Don't buy sealed product in Yu-Gi-Oh! Snipe the singles. It's the smartest way to buy your product. It makes infinitely more sense. Going back to this though, I do like seeing a lot of these cards relatively inexpensive. Bestial Magnum being $5. And this is pre-sale, meaning that these are still going to be going down even more in value. But look, ideally, some might go back up, but it's really rare. But Bestial Magnum being $5 is absolutely incredible compared to Super Rare, which was at peak 15, 25. It was insane. And to see it at this price point, it's great. I mean, once again, I like the higher rarity stuff, and with the Megatins, it gives you an opportunity to get some of these cards that used to be expensive at an even higher rarity than a lot of the original printings, like, once again, Kashira Friend Year. Cards like Bestial Magnamut. It's just really cool to see this. I'm going to do another video going more in-depth on the Megatins, so keep an eye for that one. You know, when it comes down to Yu-Gi-Oh, I think something that people ask me a lot is, V, with 25th anniversary and Konami's other money cash grab set jacking up rarities to lower certain card prices, what do you buy in this game? And I've always said, and I always will continue to say it, I buy deck cores. Now, it depends how you want to do this. You can buy deck cores you like, or deck cores that will get support. Sometimes that goes in between. You know, one deck core I always loved is my favorite deck in the game is Shadows. It's easily my favorite deck in this game. Second to Blacklist. Blacklist is another deck I love a lot, actually. But Shadows is a deck that's relatively inexpensive if you want to buy a regular version. Even high rarity versions aren't as expensive as they're, well, what it used to be. And a lot of these prices have been slowly going down in value. So, Shadow Construct obviously is one of the money cards for Shadows. That card used to be a crazy amount. Now it's only $36 for this card. It came out of Duelist Alliance. Now you may say, wait a minute, V, hold on. What if there's a Prismatic Secret Rare 25th Anniversary Konami Fuckfest card set? That's going to kill my Shadow Construct Ultimate Rare, right? Not necessarily. We've seen, and you can see it yourself, most deck cores that have Ultimate Rares or older hard to get rarities, specifically Ultimate Rares, those deck cores don't really get messed up that badly whenever Konami goes on this tangent to do a cash grab. So that's what I've been personally buying. Actually, obviously, I already bought a ton of, I already have my core of Shadows, but I think it's something for you guys to consider as you're looking for cards to buy. Because once again, it's a landmine out there. Konami can wake up one day and say, you know what? We're going to continue making Starlight Rare Appaloosa. I mean, oh, hold on. Quarter Century Rare Appaloosa. We're going to make that now, okay? Just looks like Starlight Rare Appaloosa, but quarter century rare. You already know what's going to happen within the future of that card in a lot of these cards. Another great deck core is Invoked. Now, this is something actually really interesting because Invoked is allegedly going to be getting support. Allegedly. Possibly. I mean, we see it see play, and I think it's indirect support. In the OC, we're seeing Invoke start popping up here and there. So, I mean, that's really cool, number one. Number two, obviously, Invoked, if it sees any kind of play, YuGiOh players love this deck. You either love this deck or you hate this deck. You hate this deck because you lose a lot. But if you love this deck, you're obviously going to want to buy it. Now, the cool thing about Invoked right now, Super Rare Invocations is $1. Like, we've never had anything like that. Yes, Ultimate Rare Tournament Pack 6 Invocation is a lot of money, but when we see a lot of money, we mean $70. Do not buy these foreign versions. By the way, if you are looking to get rid of your max rarity cards, so I'll give you a good example. Hold on. I own Ultimate Rare Invocation. I own 2 of them. The rest of my Invoke core is Italian. Why is that? Well, to be honest with you, I'm never going to ever get rid of this deck core. But if I did get rid of this core, if Konami came out with, let's say, a Starlight Rare Invocation, I would consider picking that up. And if I do pick that up, I'm probably going to get rid of my Ultimate Rare. Maybe, possibly. If I do, well, let's see. I'm going to be selling the Secret Rare the Ultimate Rare over the foreign ones. Any foreign version of a high rarity card will just have less sell value. That's the long and short of it, I guess. But looking at Invoke is relatively inexpensive. Mecha being a card that a lot of Invoke players need. The Secret Rare has slowly been rising in value. I think it's around $10 right now. Let's see, $9, $10. Even no, the foreign ones. Yeah, about $10. So $10 for a Invoked Mechaba. Obviously, that's like the more expensive end of Invoked, which is a deck core that's gonna do nothing for you right now, but it's always good to pick up. Secret Rare Alistairs are $3 to $4, really relatively inexpensive. Alistair the Invoker of Madness as a Secret Rare, it's 69 cents. You can get the CR, by the way. The CR is the highest version of the card. That has been tanking in value. That's roughly around $12 to $13 a copy right now for a CR. So, I mean, once again, another great deck core. Looking at this past weekend, we saw a lot of cards that, for the most part, we haven't seen in a while. A lot of these cards that, let's be honest with you, came into Yu-Gi-Oh! Saw sporadic play and immediately left. And right off the gate, we're going to talk about Skullmeister, because this card is starting to see play. Now, it's as cheap as 4 cents, but if you want a Star Trek Blast Secret Rare, listen, it looks low, right? Let's go Neiman Lightly Played. That's about $20 a copy. This guy actually has 3 of them. Then you have other version, which is a CR, which obviously holds a lot more value. Why can't I go back there? What the fuck? Okay. We have the CR, which holds a lot more value. So it's going down in value, and they're roughly around $37. This is still really good against a lot of decks in the meta right now, and it's slowly starting to be popular. I wouldn't be surprised if this rises in value, that's what I'm trying to say. And you don't need a CR. You don't need Max Rare if you don't want it. Super Rare is 25 cents. Relatively inexpensive. Other cards like Ghostbusters Haunted Mansion, which is another great card, has always been a card that had good value. And depending on what you wanted, I mean, once again, the Prismatic Tin version is $1.50. Dirt cheap. If you want the Virtual Print Secret Rare, the Flames of Destruction, that's still going to be a decent amount of money. You're looking at about $15 a copy. So there's that. Me personally, I like the Secret Rare. I own a place of that. I never really got rid of it. Though I will say the Megatin version, still really, really good for $1, $2. And if you want the Starlight Rare, I mean, there's that, but it's a little bit too much. That's a lot too much. Then we have Fantastical Dragon Phantasme. This card is slowly creeping up. I want to say real quickly again, I want to give a shout out to another YouTuber named Squiddies. He made a video talking about some of these cards. I thought it was a great video. He broke everything down excellent. Definitely go check his channel out. The guy's really, really smart. And I saw some of the cards. I saw the video. I grabbed some of these cards. I put them on here for a market watch. But that guy knows his shit. But going back into it, Fantastical Dragon Phantasme. I've been talking about this card for a while. I've been telling you guys for a while that this is a great card still. Highly, highly undervalued card in the current game. And right now, for a Virtual Print First Edition version, you're looking to pay about $20 a copy. But it's as low as like $2. So it's up to you as far as like if you want this card or not. I think this is an excellent card to pick up. I think a lot of people are sleeping on this card, and to be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if this card slowly starts seeing more meta play as well. Vanquish Souls. So the finals of YCS Brazil, if I'm mistaken, were 2 Souls decks. It was Vanquish Souls, which was no shocker to me. This deck is really good. You know, as far as everything else getting support, this deck doesn't really care because it's consistent in what it does, and new support takes down other decks, but Vanquish Souls is pretty much untouched by anything since its debut. And another deck, well, Unchained. Unchained, with the release of Unchained Soul Lord of Yama, obviously made the deck more expensive. We talked about a couple of other cards, and the deck's still relatively expensive for now. I think Vanquish Show is still. If I had to choose, if these two fought and I had to choose and there's two average players, I would bet money on Vanquish Shows. I feel like it's a lot harder to play. It's a lot easier to misplay. But if you get someone who's gifted with it, they're gonna do more with it in the long term as compared to Unchained Soul, because Unchained Soul kind of like floats, whereas this deck, I mean, you make a mistake, it's gonna hurt. That's my opinion on it. Once again, I think they're both great decks. I actually own Unchained already. I might pick up Vanquish Soul. And if you play Vanquish Soul, comment down below. Is it really hard to play, or do you feel like it's more forgiving? Because I feel like it's hard to play. All right. Cosmic Cyclone, obviously being another card a lot of players are going to be using. No shocker there. But if you want to grab Cosmic Cyclone, you're probably saying, V, please tell me which version do I buy without getting fucked in the ass. That's kind of hard. Because if Konami decided to make Core Century Rare Cosmic Cyclone, your Ultimate Rare Cosmic Cyclone will lose value. Actually started to lose value already from 87, allegedly. Actually, yeah, 75. So it lost some value. But this is one of those cards that you might want to start teching in. We noticed a lot of players at this past event this weekend, they were playing Anti-Spell Fragrance over Dimensional Barrier. And the reason why, more than likely, is because they're betting on you not having Cosmic Cyclone, but you having Crossout Designator. So if you have Cosmic Cyclone, it's probably one of the best cards you can use, because Anti-Spell Fragrance, after someone pops off first turn, it's a bitch. You're going to need this card. And I definitely still recommend the Ultimate Rare. It's the highest rarity. Don't even buy this CR. It's a joke. Secret Rare Dark Illusion is actually relatively inexpensive right now, so that's not bad. Same with the Megatins. They're relatively inexpensive. You can play any other versions, but I highly recommend staying away from CR. Once it's the Ultimate Rare, I feel like CRs just lose a lot of value. Anti-Spell Fragrance, once again, if you are looking to get this card for your side deck, you're going to need to know which version you want to get. There's obviously the Tactical Master CRs. I feel like that's a cash grab, especially since this card... There's been so many Bam's predictions videos from me and other YouTubers that have talked about this card potentially being on it because how good it is. From the promo version, that's slowly starting to rise up in value. From the dual terminal version, which is not bad. The promo version, by the way, is about, what, $14? The DT version, I think, is the version that I like a lot. It's one I own. The DT version is about $6. I like this version better. Another card is Mistaken Arrest. Listen, this card is actually insane right now. If you went first, and you know if you saw this card and you went first game 2 or 3, popping off and sending Mistaken Arrest is almost a death sentence. People complain about Max C, but this card is Max C for game 2 and 3. Prove me wrong. Like, look at what deck everyone's playing right now. Mistaken Arrest claps every deck in the meta right now. It gives advantages to players for simply going first. If I knew I was going first, I would play this card in every single deck right now. No doubt on mine. Makes no sense not to. Mistaken Arrest, by the way, in case anyone doesn't know what it does, it says, until the end of your next turn, after this card resolves, neither player can add cards from their deck to the hand except by drawing them. Oh, it's not a Max C. No. No, hold on a second. My mistake. I'm sorry. I apologize. It's not like Max C. It's reverse Max C. It's drawing Lockbird. I was thinking of a different card. It's late at night. I've been running around all day long. I'm sorry. It's reverse Max C. Reverse Max C, basically. All right, listen, like I said, Drone Lockbird is a really good hand trap this current meta right now. A lot of players are using it. This card is a quick play spell version of Drone Lockbird. Even better, in my opinion, because you could chain to a lot of cards. Now, this is a card, once again, you still want to play in games 2 and 3, and there's a lot for you. If you're wondering how much it costs, well, Unlimiteds are roughly around $9, and then you get your first edition versions. That's going to run you about $12 a copy. Still relatively inexpensive. Now, if you don't want to buy that, and you want to buy a cheap version, hey, listen, Mistaken Arrest Maximum Gold, the regular rare is dirt. It's 24 cents, okay? It's not Max C, it's Reverse Max C. I'm thinking of another card. Comment down below that card. Before I talk about the fact that, before I address Ruxin's video, which I think, I used to own a card store for a long while, so I understand what was this going on. Ruxin made a video talking about how sealed booster boxes, they're selling at a loss, and Konami's basically too greedy, which he's not wrong about that, but he's wrong about why they would do this. Before I talk about this, I want to say, guys, go to my website, YuGiOh YGOPaisano.com. Check out my field centers. Everything ships with tracking. If you pay over $25, tracking is free. Unless, other than that, it's $3 for tracking. But absolutely gorgeous field centers and tokens. Once again, YuGiOh YGOPaisano. I have tons of them. Go check it out. All right. So let's address this because I feel like a lot of people are confused about this. Why would a store sell at a loss? Like, I'll give you an example. This is a store on TCG Players, Certified Hobby Shop. They're selling at $50, 22 of these boxes of Cyberstorm Access. And you're probably saying, V, why would they do this? Well, It starts with a word called allocation. If I'm an OTS store and I buy, let's say, 10 cases, okay? 10 cases, and I'm guaranteed to get 10 cases of every core set, that means I'm going to get 10 cases of Cyberstorm Access, okay? So, if I sell, because you're never going to sell all your sealed product, it's really rare. If I sell a chunk of that, what do I do with those booster boxes? Well, you have two options. You could sit on them for at least minimal 2 to 3 years before you even sell one packet of them bad boys, and you might eventually do, or maybe not. Or you sell them at a loss. Now you're probably saying, wait a minute, V, why would an OTS store lose money? They're in the business to make money, right? Exactly. If I get an allocation, which is 10 cases, and I have extra booster boxes, I can sit on this for 2 to 3 years, or I could go on TC Player, I'll pay for shipping, I'll sell them 50 bucks at a loss because I didn't lose money. And you're probably going, wait a minute, hold on, V, you just said booster boxes, and on average from Amazon, from distributors and all that, it's about 55 what the store pays. That number changes, I'm not going to give you exact numbers, it's about 55. Now you're probably saying, wait a minute, V, if the store's paying 55, by selling at 50, plus they're paying for shipping, they're selling at a loss, right? No. Here's why. Because when a store sells their allocation, once again, 10 cases, we'll just pick that number, and out of 10 cases, you have 22 booster boxes left, you made your money. 55 bucks you pay, and out of 55 bucks, to say on average, a booster box will sell for 80, 75 you're lucky. Mostly it's 80, and the prices have been insane. I hear as high as $100, but 80, you're making profit. So in order to continue making money, because once again, the next core set, you want to buy your 10 cases, because what if it's a banger? What if the next core set is the 25th 10 Dueling Mega Pack Mega Fruit? You want this, right? You want your 20 cases of this, okay? Your distributor will now go to you and go, hey, listen, I got your back. Every time a new core set comes out, you're guaranteed getting your allocation. So if you sell it with profit, all this, you technically front end are selling at a loss, when in reality, you're selling to use this extra money to buy more for the next set. Does that make any sense? Hopefully that does. And I know it sounds really confusing. There's a mathematical way to break this down. I'm too lazy. If you guys want me to do a dedicated video to respond to Ruxin, I will. But what I'm trying to explain to you is stores selling booster boxes for less online is because stores have those extra booster boxes left over. An average store, a decent store, any store, if they want to stay in business, more than likely has sold a chunk of that booster boxes, extra money, and the extra money is going to be used to pay for the initial investment. So let's say out of like 5 cases, at 10 cases, I sold 5, and those 5 paid for the 10 cases plus extra money. Those other 5 cases of booster boxes that I'm technically selling at a loss, if I sell those, that's extra money because I paid for my initial investment. Then I take that money minus profit and throw it into the next core set and the next booster box set and so on and so forth. So yes, stores are selling at a loss. Theoretically, you are correct. Realistically, stores will do this because they want to use that extra money to put into more product, more purchasing power. They know, the stores, that by holding 22, 17, 16, 30 booster boxes on their shelves, they're not going to sell booster boxes of Cyberstorm Access, especially since Konami's making Megatins every year that has reprints of the cards that initially people wanted from these core sets. They know, stores, OTS stores, that the most money you're going to make from selling booster boxes is during the pre-release or during the week 1 of the set release. After that, it drastically drops. So in order to make up the extra money that they want to use to buy more core sets, they sell at a loss. They do this in order to make up for the revenue for the next time they buy their allocation. Allocation is important because to a store, it's very important because if I tell this my OTS, hey listen, thanks for those 10 cases, I didn't make my money, so next time a new core set comes out, give me 5 cases, and then that happens, and you're gonna keep getting 5 cases now. That's it. You're not going to get 10 cases. You have to go to that distributor and beg them to get back to what it used to have if you drop them below allocation. Distributors only get a certain amount of boxes, cases, and they're trying to unload those. And if you're guaranteed 10 cases and you say less, they will give you less and give another store more, but that means next time you will continue to get less until you prove to that distributor that you can get more. Now, you can, of course, get other distributors, and that's fine. You can easily do that, but once again, they're going to expect a certain buy allocation. They're not expecting you to say, hey, listen, my store, let me get my allocation back again. I get my 10 cases, so get fucked, get screw off. That means the next time, when you do the same exact thing, that same distributor is going to say, get out of here, bro. We tried it with you, and you listen, we want to sell a set amount. So I know this sounds really confusing. I just really want to spotlight Ruxin's video about sealed product, because he's right front end from, you know, but from a store perspective, these stores know exactly what they're doing as far as selling the stuff. They're doing this in order to use this money to buy into the next set. If a store will sell, I'll tell you right now, if you go to, let's say, Big 3 Deals and say, hey, listen, I see you're selling, you have 16 booster boxes at 50 bucks. I'll buy them off you at 45 or 16. They will they'll pay for shipping, they'll pay for insurance, they got you. Okay, you go work out deals when stores do this to buy sealed product. Okay, so you don't need to buy sealed product day one. But note, if you're doing this, more than likely the tins come out, or some reprints come out, or there's just nothing in this booster box. But you can definitely do that. And if people want to then get into like PSA graded boxes, then you do that, and that's a whole confusing thing. I'm not even going to go into that. I don't even talking about PSA graded boxes, but yes. So that's my response. Hopefully this will make its way to Ruxin's ears, because I really feel like he needs to understand, like, from a front-end customer perspective, why would you do this? Konami, you really fucking stores. But realistically, it's just business. Stores know this. Distributors know this. Konami knows this. That's the main thing. Like, it'd be cool if Konami had a buyback program to buy extra booster boxes from OTS stores. The reason why they want to do that is because they would lose money. And Konami be hungry. They ain't gonna lose a fucking penny. You kidding? You got them fucked up. You think they're gonna lose a penny? Now, that's $1? Get the fuck out of here. I bet you the vending machines at Konami charge $4 for soda, and it's canned soda. Like, they're not playing around over there. They want every penny they can get, okay? Drop a quarter around Konami headquarters, it's gone, and you owe them $1. But this is why stores are doing this. This is why, you see so much online. It's always been like this, by the way. That's why I was kind of surprised when Ruxin made this video, because I understand why he made it. I get it, like, stores are doing this. The only time I'm ever shocked by this, if a new set like Cyberstorm X, let's say, came out today, for day one release, and they start doing this, that would surprise me. But then again, would it really surprise everybody? Like, if it would surprise me if they did it for, like, let's say, like 36 booster boxes. Like, what the hell, dude? You know, 30 booster boxes. I would be kind of surprised. But to be honest with you, like, stores are doing this because they understand that by doing this, they can go ahead and use that money to buy more product. Even at a loss, their profit equaled their entire cost of buying the case. So selling at a loss means nothing to them. Hopefully that explains everything. Listen, guys, I really appreciate you guys watching my video. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe button, comment down below. It's your boy V. And you guys also have a great day.